Gaming Dad.
Hello Voxel folk, I'm Gaming Dad, and today I want to show you a game called Staxel. It was created by the people at Plukit who gave me a key. It's these folks, and oh, there's a lot. It's really a lot. And let's see what the game is about. Staxel is a voxel-based farming and life simulator game, heavily inspired by titles like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing. Like in Harvest Moon, the basic game loop is the same. You get your tools, get some seeds, tile the land and plant the stuff. Water it every now and again, and in a few days you will get what's coming for you. You'll reap the benefits. The game has animals, chicken, sheep, cows, and pigs, I think, that roam around the country and are very easy to get lost. Oh, you're in bad health. Besides your farming and ranchery, there's a bunch of fruit trees you can grow. This one actually has quite a bit compared to the regular apple and peach and stuff. We have a lemon tree, we have bananas, kiwis and coconuts, so there's quite a variety. Besides that, you can go fishing, which is a minigame in its own. Like, I think it's a requirement somewhere that fishing needs to be a game. This one is a little bit different than from what I've seen everywhere else. Once you catch a fish or you get hooked, you need to type in a bunch of numbers in quick succession to actually catch it. What you get depends on whether or not you're fishing in freshwater or the seawater, and it's a generally good way to spend some time. Besides fishing, you can go and explore the world and catch yourself some crickets and bugs. You can of course chop down trees. Haha, take it tree. Boom, the tree is gone. You can chop some trees, and you can also, as is customary in all these games, you can also meet villagers. The town is beautiful and populated by beautiful voxel people. Hello, Eris. They have so much to say, and it usually repeats after a while. The villagers currently you don't befriend them, you cannot marry them. However, they do give you quests from time to time. They generally revolve around them losing a piece of clothing and you having to find it and return it to them, or them wanting for you to bake them a 5-story cake while you can only do fried eggs. So yes, unlike all the other games I've mentioned, it's a voxel-based game, which means everything is up for destroying. You can remove pretty much anything you want and then grab it and put it back in all the different places. Boom. Now these boxes are gonna be here. The game also has an element of crafting or building, where each building has its own signpost, and some of the buildings it's actually up to you to build them. So, for example, this is my barn. It requires a roof and 2 furrow, which I built, and the roof is sort of there. This allows you to build the building the way you want it, rather than get a a defined set of buildings. So in this example, I'm an excellent architect at unfinished buildings, which the game treats as if they're done. To do most of the building, you will need a bunch of resources, and then you will need to make blocks. You can buy them at one of the shops, and the variety of blocks is really huge. Or you can go and build them yourself on one of these crafting stations. In your menu you have recipes for a bunch of furniture as well as basic wood blocks that you can construct. You usually need a bunch of lumber, and in this case nails. Then you go to one of the crafting stations, place your ingredients on the left, place press craft, and a few particles later, voila, you have extra blocks that you can go around and make stuff out of. The game is in early access, which means it's not... There are bugs. Hey, there's my building that I constructed. You can see it by the way that it's mine, by the way that it is, and the fact that it stands out from everything else like an eyesore. So the game is in early access, which means there will be occasional bugs like a missing festival place. But all in all, it's pretty a nice experience, and it plays quite smoothly. The game is played in seasons. There's spring, which I'm currently in, summer, winter, and autumn. They actually replaced it's in that order. I don't know why, but well, it isn't. I just said it. So funny enough, each season has about 16 days, so keep that in mind when planting crops that take about 6 days to grow. And in winter and in autumn there are festivals. Halloween in autumn, and some sort of New Year's festival in the winter, where you can do some fishing and get some prizes for catching special kinds of fish. The environment that is all around you is filled with, well, it's not filled. There are places that you can discover, like for example abandoned buildings that you can go in and spend some time at. You can either destroy them and loot them for parts, or you can rebuild them and fix them up. A recent addition to the game is the mine, which is this winding set of tunnels that you can go and explore. It has some nice glowing mushrooms around, but besides that it doesn't actually provide anything. There's no ore, there's no coal and stuff like that you can mine, so visiting it is just for fun. It's a cool looking place that you, well, if you want to, you can move into, or you can again remove all the parts and move them somewhere else. So how does it play? Well, it's very much like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley. I feel the game is a lot more peaceful, a lot more closer to Animal Crossing, in that the days are longer. You currently don't have any stamina to worry about So you can just go around and chop half of the forest in almost one go, because, well, because the way that it is. So it's more up to you to what to do. It's also a lot very directionless, I want to say. So you're not given too much tasks. There are a few achievements that you can follow, and collection of bugs and fish that you might want to find, but besides that, the quests just aren't there yet. In that case, it's a lot more like the Animal Crossing, and that's one of the things that I didn't like. I never got much into Animal Crossing. Is that like it's up to you. If you decide to sleep all day, then fine. Nobody's gonna punish you for it. So it's good to have a project, because that's what you kind of that's what helps with this. And like in Minecraft, having something that you can build up, like for example a new building, or a block of wood, in my case for villagers to move in, and getting it to furnish is something that keeps you occupied and gets you a sense of what to do next. The game is still in early access, so a lot might change. There's no relationship with the villagers at all. There's no ore, and the prices are somewhat off. It's very expensive to keep animals, and there's my sandy bridge to nowhere, because you can do that in the game. You can do anything you want. You can go to the beach and do some fishing, or you can go to the beach and dig underneath the sea, because that's also a thing in early access. See, hey, there's a sea, and look, I can go and dig underneath. If I got my pickaxe, I could probably go underneath. Whoop, give me everything. See how far I can go. This one I can't. So so it is a very peaceful experience, and very much unfinished yet, but it has a lot of promise. Speaking of promise and unfinished stuff, since I got the game about 2 weeks ago, the developers have updated it 7 or 8 times already. So if I know it's not a guarantee, but if it's any indication, it is that the game will be actively developed once it comes out on Steam, and it will improve and get better and better. Will I be playing it? Yeah, probably. I want to finish those achievements. I'll make a few tutorial videos on it, and if you want to see a series, let me know, because I'll do that for you. It's that kind of a relationship. But right now I don't have any plans. I don't have an idea of. I mean, the game is grindy. You go around, chop down half of the forest, then you put it into a machine to get lumber, then you put it into another machine to get blocks, and then you spend a day building up. So I don't think you want to see that. With that said, I hope you like it, and if you think the game is for you, go ahead and check it out on Steam. It's about 20 euros. And it has a clock. So, I'm Gaming Dad. This was Staxel with Plukit. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.